All right, guys, we need to talk about what's going on with the future of Star Wars now that The Rise of Palpatine is pretty much done with its box office run. And if you want to buy it, you can get it next month. But however, we remember that Bob Iger actually said that Star Wars is going on a hiatus for a while to kind of reset after this sequel trilogy. Now they're going to be moving into their own thing. No more Skywalkers, nothing like that. And we haven't heard any official announcement. But according to the Hollywood Reporter, we actually may have something come out in probably 2022, 2023, something like that, whenever it is Star Wars is doing the next movie. But however, they're not sure if it's actually going to be a theatrical release or something for Disney Plus, because we know that Disney is trying to prioritize Disney Plus. Now, so far, the only driving force for Disney Plus has been The Mandalorian, and now we have Clone Wars Season 7, which came out yesterday. Now, the word is J.D. Dillard and Luke Cage writer Matt Owen have been tapped to develop a project, but it's unclear whether it's a theatrical or Disney Plus release. Now, I was doing a little bit of research on this, and one of the headlines on one of these sites were they were going to be the first people of color, God, I hate that term, to really kind of drive a Star Wars movie. It's kind of funny that may actually be the talking point when it's actually officially announced. It's going to be all about the identity politics part if this rumor is true. Now, it says here in the article, the Hollywood Reporter learned Friday that a new Star Wars project is in the works. J.D. Dillard, best known for writing and directing the sci-fi thriller Slate, and Matt Owens, a writer on the Marvel shows Luke Cage and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., have been tapped to develop, but insiders say it is undecided whether the project will be for the big screen or for the highly prioritized streaming platform. Plot details, character details, and setting details are unknown and are being kept in the murky underworld of Exogal. It's unclear whether Dillard would direct should the project move forward. The Dillard project is understood to be unrelated to a Star Wars film pitch by Marvel Studios chief Pkwy and potential work from Last Jedi director Rian Johnson. Okay, it's safe to say Rian Johnson, that thing is over. It is done. Rian Johnson is done with Star Wars. Let's not even bring that up again. But here's the thing right here. I don't think a lot of people are probably going to talk too much about this angle of it, but let's say that this is officially announced. Let's say J.D. Dillard and Matt Owens are announced. Here's the problem. Kathleen Kennedy is still in charge. And you may be saying, yeah, we know that. But here's the problem. Since J.D. Dillard and Matt Owens are black people, POCs, we know that Kathleen Kennedy has a very, very bad track record with directors and filmmakers. She fires a lot of people. If she brings these guys on and fires them, can you imagine the backlash she will get? She will then have the tables turned on her to where she'll be called a racist if that happens. Even though I don't think it would be a racial thing based on her track record. She's fired many other white directors too, only to hire other white directors. But that's an interesting angle if this is true. Now, maybe Kathleen Kennedy will be gone when her contract is up next year in 2021. We don't know. But here's another issue I have. It's with the planet of Exogal. It says here, underworld of Exogal. Now, that really, really turns me off on this project if it's true. I don't care about Exogal. Exogal is a Disney-made planet that they made up, and they're basically trying to make this the new Sith homeworld, even though in the other canon, there's a different Sith homeworld. You know, we even saw it in Clone Wars. I don't want any ties to the Palpatine saga. Palpatine is my favorite character, and they ruined Palpatine in the Rise of Palpatine. So you know that they're just going to keep moving forward with new projects that tie into their Star Wars movies, their interpretation of Star Wars movies, and they're just going to push George Lucas stuff off to the side. Now, I think that if they're going to make an Exogal movie, that's going to be a tough sell. Very tough sell, because we've seen the declining profits on these Star Wars movies in the sequel trilogy, which kind of stole and used the Skywalker name, even though they didn't really focus on Skywalkers. That's the way they can get butts in seats. But if you're going to go in a new direction now with the planet of Exogal, I think that's a setup for failure. You may have yourself another Solo on your hands. Even though Solo had the Han Solo name, it didn't have Harrison Ford as the character. I think that really hurt that movie also. So when you're going into Exogal, who's going to be the villain? Who's going to be the hero? Is it just going to be about a bunch of Sith in the unknown regions? I really don't know. But if Lucasfilm can't get characters that we know and love already correct and right, everything was laid out, the template was there, George Lucas left you everything, and you can't get that right, what confidence should we have in them being able to create new characters? They really can't, if you ask me. Think of this. Who are some of the characters that they actually created? Rey, Finn, Poe, Rose Tico, all terrible characters. All of them are terrible. And when you get into Kylo Ren also, he wasn't intimidating. He's not a very good villain whatsoever. And I like Rogue One, and they created Jyn Erso. She was okay. I guess she may be the best character that they created, but she isn't a memorable character, if you ask me. Now they're going to come out with Cassian Andor also. I don't know how many people actually excited to see a Cassian Andor TV show. But here's another problem. They're having so many issues with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi was going to be a movie, probably that was going to come out 4 or 5 years ago. Now it's going to be on Disney Plus. Oh no, maybe now it's going to be a movie again. They're having issues with that. An established character. So I don't know what the template is for moving forward. I don't think they have any idea right now what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. This franchise is in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. They don't have a plan. They don't have the right people in place. And if this is true, why would you make a movie centered around Exogal? You have to know that you're not going to get Star Wars fans to go to the movie theater based on Exogal. I just don't see that happening. They need to do better. They need to bring back in George Lucas. They need to let Filoni and Favreau have more of a say. Because as long as Kathleen Kennedy is there, I don't know if she's going to be signing off on this or not. This is only going to end in a bad way. A very bad way. The identity politics role will come in, and chances are she's making the call. These guys won't be around very long because they will be let go. I can already see it if Kathleen Kennedy gets her way, and then she'll end up having the tables reversed on her and be called a racist. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this new Star Wars project centered around Exogal? It doesn't do much of anything for me. But maybe you think differently. Maybe you're excited about it. So guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me, and we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.